Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
Narayanam Namaskrityam
Narayanam Namaskritam.
Naranjaiva Narottamam
Narottamam.
Devin Saraswatin Vyasam
Devi Saraswati Vyasam.
Tato Jayamudire
Tato Jayamudire.
Nashtaprayeshu Bhadreshu
Ashtaprayeshu Bhadreshu.
Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya
Nityam Bhagavad Sevaya.
Bhagavate Uttamasloke
Bhagavate Uttama Shloke.
Bhaktin Bhavadir Naistiti
Bhakti Bhakti
Krishnaya Vasudevaya
Krishnaya Vasudevaya.
Devaki Nandanaya Cha
Devaki Nandanaya Cha.
Nandagopa Kumaraya
Nandagopa Kumaraya.
Govindaya Namo Namaha.
Govindaya Namo Namaha.
Hare Krishna, welcome all the devotees for the morning Srimad Bhagavatam discussion. Today we are going to discuss Srimad Bhagavatam Canto 2, Chapter 1, text number 18, 2.1.18. The chapter name is The First Step in God Realization. Please repeat the sloka behind me. Niyacched viṣayebhyo akṣān
Niyacched viṣayebhyo akṣān.
manasā buddhi-sārathiḥ
manasā buddhi-sārathiḥ.
manaḥ karmabhir ākṣiptaṁ
manasā karmabhir ākṣiptaṁ.
śubhā-arthe dhārayed dhiyā.
śubhā-arthe dhārayed.
Word by word meaning, please repeat behind me. Niyacched, withdraw. Viṣayebhyaḥ, from sense engagements. Akṣān, the senses. Manasā, by dint of the mind. Buddhi, intelligence. Śubha-arthe, driver. manaḥ, the mind. karmabhir, by the fruitive work. ākṣiptaṁ, being observed in. śubha-arthe, for the sake of Lord. dhārayet, hold up. dhiyā, in full consciousness. Translation purport by His Divine Grace Abhay Charna A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. Translation, please repeat behind me. Gradually, as the mind becomes progressively spiritualized, withdraw it from sense activities, and by intelligence, the senses will be controlled. The mind too, observed in material activities, can be engaged in the service of the Personality of Godhead and become fixed in full transcendental consciousness. Purport. The first process of spiritualizing the mind by mechanical chanting of the pranava omkara and by control of the breathing system is technically called the mystic or yogic process of pranayama, or fully controlling the breathing air. The ultimate state of this pranayama system is to be fixed in trance, technically called samadhi. But experience has proven that even the samadhi stage also fails to control the materially observed mind. For example, the great mystic Vishwamitra Muni, even in the stage of samadhi, became a victim of the sense and cohabited with manaḥ. History has already recorded this. The mind, although chasing to think of sensual activities at present, remembering past sensual activities from the subconscious state, and thus disturbs one from present engagement in self-realization. Therefore, Sukadeva Goswami recommends the next step of assured policy, namely to fix one's mind in the service of the personality of Godhead, Lord Sri Krishna. The Supreme Personality of Godhead also recommend this direct process in the Bhagavad Gita 6.47. Thus, the mind being spiritually cleansed, one should at once engage himself in the transcendental loving service of the Lord by the different devotional activities of hearing, chanting, etc. If performed under proper guidance, that is surest path of progress even for the disturbed mind. Just a minute. ओम अज्ञानतिमिरन्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरुवे नमः। नमो विष्णुपादाय कृष्णप्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्तस्वामी इति नामिने। नमस्ते सारस्वती देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवाद पाशाशदेशधारिणे। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे. So today, Sukadeva Goswami continuing the same the whatever he was instructing to Parikshit Maharaj. So he is giving continuation. So till yesterday we discussed that the previous sloka, that he was even how we need to sit and how you to concentrate on the Omkar. So that Omkar and we're uttering the Omkar and bringing the mind in the control, it is a kind of a mechanical process. So here it is talking about the pranayama. So breathing, controlling the breath and be in the mode of samadhi, trance mode, to bring the mind into the trance mode, the samadhi mode. Then we can get into the transcendental consciousness. But that is also, it is not a very proven method. So there is an example, it is there. Vishwamitra Muni, he was concentrating his mind, he was in the meditation for 10,000 years. But later, once Menaka came in front of him, even though his eyes were closed and he was in the trance, by hearing the angle bell sound, he opened his eyes and he attracted with the Menaka's beauty, and he lost his, whatever the tapasya he did, he lost everything. So this is the way, this method, whatever the method, controlling the mind is not in our hand. And also, mind is very agitated. So there are so many explanations there in Bhagavad Gita as well as in in Bhagavad Gita. If you see the 15.7, what Krishna is saying, Mamaivamsa jiva loke jiva bhuta sanatanaha manasastrani indriyani prakritistani karshati. So the living entities in this conditioned world are my eternal fragmental parts. Due to conditioned life, they are struggling very hard with 6 senses, which include the mind. So all of us, we are struggling. We are all the part and parcel of the Lord. As Lord is confirming here, we are all part and parcel of the Lord. But due to our conditioned life, we are struggling with our senses because we are unable to control our senses. Because, and including mind. Mind also, one of the 6 senses, mind also one of the senses, because the mind is controlling all the senses. So since we are not able to control the mind, so our senses are also going in the uncontrolled way. So there is a saying, mind is like a monkey. So how the monkey, it cannot be stay in one place. If you see a monkey, if you continuously monitor a monkey, if it's in a tree, it will jump from one branch to another branch. It cannot be sit idle. It will do something, some of the other activities. Similar way, our mind also, it cannot be calm. It will be always think some of the thing and some of the other things. And in this in the Satya Yuga, it is said that even if you are thinking, the person who is thinking about negative about the other thing, that will also bring us the sin for us. But in Kali Yuga, that rule is not there. That won't applicable. Because the Kali Yuga, the mind is always, it is in the polluted and always in the thinking will be in the negative way only. And our mind will attract the negative vibes immediately. So that is the reason Kali Yuga, the mind will be always thinking in the negative way and always put it in the, it is thinking, it won't come into the control. That is the reason in Kali Yuga that is not applicable. The mind, if you try to visualize what are the things are going on each and every one of us, it will be a very ugly and very dirty, very filthy. Our mind will go in that directions. Whatever the thinking it's coming on our mind. There are so many thinking. It is meaningless thinking. It will come. Negative thinking will come. But it is all meaningless. So that is the reason in Kali Yuga it is not possible to control. Not in Kali Yuga, any yugas, it is very difficult to control our mind. So, and Prabhupada also saying that we cannot control our mind, but we can give the better engagement to the mind. So, since our mind is always attracting the negative things, so all of our media people, TV and advertisement media, and as well as the news people, news channels, and the whatever the drama, serial, whatever going on the serial, the TV, all of the people, if you see, they already understand our mind. They studied our mind very, the people's mind, consciously they study our mind. So whatever they are putting their news, immediately it will get attracted by us. We are getting attracted towards it. We are so many news coming on the about the Lord and all. There are so many news are there, so many YouTube channels are there. How many of us going and visiting that? Very few. Not everyone interested in that. But if some news in the channel, negative news, there is an accident happened, immediately fell down, then immediately we are getting attracted towards it. Some negative things happen, immediately our mind is getting attracted. Yes, negative things are very much attracted by our mind. That is the reason our mind is always in the agitating mode. And the media people also understood that. And if you see the serials, there are so many serials is going on. All the serials, if you see, there's a negative way. How can I destroy other person? What are the other ways I can give pain to others? So these are the entire theme of this movie or a drama or a serial. It will be like that only. But our mind is very much attracted towards that. Yes, we are also always attracted with the negative things. So when it is going on the serial, we will also attracted towards that. So that's why the media people understand the psychology of our mind. Because of that, they are always there. Serials or in advertisements, it try to attract our mind so that people are now so many people are addicted to the earlier means maybe some 4 or 5 years back, people are very much attached to the TV serials. So they can leave anything, but they can't leave the TV serials. They will put a particular time and they will watch the serial without missing that. Somebody they will put a timetable. Okay, by this time this serial, this time this serial, I need to watch. That's the way. And there is so many comedy also have the cinema, they do the comedy on the name of serials. Because people are that much addicted to the serials. Now the time got changed. Time got changed means not people not left that serials, but it came to the other form of, in the form of mobile. It came into the mobile, and it is so many YouTube channels, shorts, and Snapchat. There are so many other way the mind is getting engaged. So the mind is always connected with the negative things, dirty things, lower things. It is easily get attracted. That is the way. So our mind quality is like that. So we need to give the better engagement so that the mind can be come out from all those activities. And in Bhagavad Gita 6.34, Arjuna, what is saying that Arjuna is telling to Krishna. See, 5,000 years back, what is the position of Arjuna? Even though Krishna personally present in front of Arjuna, that time, what Arjuna is saying that, let us see that. 6.34. Sanchalam hi manaḥ Krishna pramati balavadratam dasyaham nigraham manyem vayur yivas su daskaram. What he is saying that the mind is restless. Arjuna is saying to Krishna, the mind is restless, turbulent, obstinate, and very strong. Arjuna is saying that mind is very strong, oh Krishna, and you subdue it, I think it is more difficult than control the wind. So Arjuna is saying that I can control the wind also. Whatever wind is around me, I can control it, but it is very difficult to control the mind. That's what Arjuna is saying. And for that, what Krishna answered in the next sloka, Krishna answered 6.35, how to control the mind. Shri Bhagavan Uvacha Asamsyam Mahabahu Mano Durnigraham Chalam Abhyesena tu Kaunteya Vairagyena cha Grayate. What Krishna is saying in 6.35, Lord Sri Krishna said, O mighty armed son of Kundi, it is undoubtedly very difficult to curb the restless mind, but it is possible by suitable practice and by detachment. So Krishna is giving the clue here. So it is undoubtedly, it is very difficult to curb the restless mind. Mind is always to be restless. Even while sleeping also, dreams are coming, this and that. Even our mind always 24/7, it will work. But it is possible. But Krishna is saying that it is possible by suitable practice and by detachment. So suitable by giving the suitable practice and by detachment, we can able to control our mind. There are so many discussions happen between Arjuna and Krishna in Bhagavad Gita about mind. In Bhagavad Gita 8.8, so Krishna, what he is saying, Abhyesa yoga yuktena chetasa nanya gamina paramam purusham divyam yadi parthanuchintayan. So what he is saying that he who meditates on me as the Supreme Personality of Godhead, his mind constantly engaged in remembering me, deviated from the path, he, O Partha, is sure to reach me. So the mind is, here also Krishna is talking about mind. So the mind is constantly engaged in remembering me. So this is the solution so that we can bring our mind from the negative things, lower thinking, to the higher level consciousness. How to bring it from the lower to higher consciousness? It is remembering, engage the mind in remembering Krishna. So remembering Krishna, if you then that situation, when if you meditate, our meditation always about on Krishna, our mind engaged in remembering Krishna, then it is possible to reach. Krishna is giving the assurance, surely he will reach me. That he was saying. So the solution, it is very easy. It is that engage the mind in service of the Lord, then automatically all of our negative thinking will go away. Our mind absorbed in the Lord's service. So that's a Prabhupada also used to say. So that's the way Prabhupada used to say, we cannot control our mind. Don't try to control your mind. Just give the lower taste to the higher taste of the mind, so that mind will be always engaged in the Krishna service, so that it will always in the higher consciousness. So that is the way we need to engage from one platform to another platform. And in 6.6, in Bhagavad Gita 6.6, what Krishna is saying that Bandhur atmanastasya yenatmai vatmana jitaham atmanastu sastrutvae vartetatmaiva satruvat. So he is saying that for him who has conquered the mind is the best friend. But for one who has failed to do so, his mind will remain the greatest enemy. So the mind can be, we can tame our mind to become a friend, or we can tame our mind become an enemy. So if you are getting into the lower taste, then it will become our enemy. So the because mind will drag us anywhere. It can drag us anywhere, any places. Because always it is attracted with the negative. There are our surrounding always negative vibrations will be there always. Because mind is like a magnet. So it will always attract the negative thing. We will be easily attracted with the negative things, negative news, and by seeing the negative things, we will easily attracted. So by seeing that, suppose some accident happen, so immediately there is a big crowd will be there in that place. So we will immediately, we are also crossing that particular place in the road. Then we understood that some accident happened. So then what is our mind will think that, okay, somebody accident happened, somebody died, or he may be severely injured. Like that, our mind will make some imagination in our mind, then we stop our bike or car, or we get into the crowd and we go and see what happened to the person. If the person is all right, nothing happened to the person, then our mind will, oh, nothing happened. We will feel in that way. Because we were imagining that something negative happened, but so many person had injured, say, some big fracture, or he may died, but he is nothing. He was all right. That means we will feel disappointed. That is the quality of our mind. So we supposed to, okay, oh God, already God saved him. Like that we supposed to think. But what we are thinking, oh, nothing happened to him. That way we will think. So that is our mind. So mind always, it is looking for the negative things to get engaged. So that is the reason. So we need to tame our mind to become a friend. So friend in the sense, so the person who is engaged in the service of the Lord, who that person can control his mind. So that person is called Goswami. So why he Goswami means, go means senses, Swami means who who has the control over the senses. Because that person who control his mind, by controlling the mind, automatically all the senses are in our control. So that person is called Goswami. And if the person who is controlled by the senses, that person is called Dasa. Dasa means he is the Dasa, he is a servant of his senses. That's the person is called Dasa. So currently we are all in the position of Dasa only, because we are all all controlled by our senses. We are not in the control of our senses. We are always in the control of our senses only. We are not controlling the senses. That is the reason we are all Dasas. So our position should be, our determination should be, we need to get into the position of Goswami. So Goswami in the sense, controlling the senses. Controlling the senses is, it is not necessary to control everything. I will be my mind will be always in my control. No need to think that. We need to just engage our mind in the higher taste, the Krishna consciousness, so that we will become a Goswami and easily as possible. It is very much proven method. There are so many Goswamis, 6 Goswamis of Vrindavana, even though they had millions of, that time itself, maybe 500 years back, they have millions of money, millions of the gold coins they had. They had everything. They had a touchstone also. The touchstones is the kind of, by touching the stone, even if you touch the stone with in the iron rod become gold. So that much powerful stone also they had. But they are not attracted with those material things. They are attracted by the opulences of the Lord, attracted by the beauty of the Lord, attracted by the qualities of the Lord. So they left all the things, and they left their houses also. They not even stay under a, because in their detachment in this material world in such a way that they won't sit under a tree, under the same tree and the next time. Suppose today they sit, they won't have any houses. They will stay here and there, wherever that under the tree they used to stay. So today they sit under a tree, they sat under a tree and they read something, some Krishna conscious related books and all. They sat, and the next day they won't sit under the same tree, because they'll think that if I sit under the same tree, because this tree is giving the fruits, or the tree is very cool here, they may get attracted towards it. Their mind is thinking that I may get attracted towards this tree, so I won't sit under this tree. So that in that level, their consciousness, they have control over their mind. So that is the reason they are called, all are called 6 Goswamis of Vrindavan. So why they are calling us Goswami? Because they had the control over the mind. And in Bhagavad Gita, in again 6.26, what Krishna is saying that yato nischalati manasanjalam astiram tatastato niyam yatta atmani eva vasam nayet. From wherever the mind wanders due to its flickering and unsteady nature, one must certainly withdraw it and bring it back under the control of the self. So this is, and again, Krishna is saying that our mind is wander here and there, flickering way, it will go, unsteady nature it will go. So we are also experienced that while chanting. So initially, while starting our chanting, we are thinking that let me focus on the holy name of the Lord. We will chant 2, 3, 4 times the Hare Krishna mantra. Fifth time, if you stand that time itself, our mind will go somewhere. So initially we may have the consciousness, okay, I need to bring it back. Okay, my mind is ready to bring it back. We will think that what should I prepare? What will happen to my office? What is this work, that work? It will go like that. Immediately we may bring it back. But again, after some time, if you see, not even within the first round itself, our mind, somewhere it will go. There are so many thoughts, it came in our mind. So this is the way the current situation of us. Yes, we are so much agitated, we are so much we're controlled by our mind. Because of that, we are not able to concentrate on the holy name of the Lord. We said that in the Kali Yuga now, if you are chanting the holy name of the Lord 108 times, in that, if you are able to concentrate 30 times, the Hare Krishna Mahamantra, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. If you are able to concentrate your mind 30, current way, the person who is in that full means who are always engaged in the Krishna consciousness, that person who is in the Grihasthas, they can chant with the consciousness in the out of means 30, maximum 30 times only they can connect with the Mahamantra. So remaining, 108 minus 30, remaining 78 times we are chanting the mantra, that time our mind will go somewhere. We may not absorb with the holy name of the Lord. So this is the way, the current situation of our mind. So we have to practice. So how can we push our mind towards the holy name of the Lord? How can we be attracted? So by remembering Krishna, by reading about Krishna, by hearing about Krishna, by continuously chanting. What is the solution for it? That is again Krishna. Prabhupada used to say, it is a kind of chanting is the only way. So if you want to concentrate on the chanting, chant more. That is the way we can tame our mind to concentrate on the Lord's name. So Haridas Thakur, he was able to chant 192 rounds every day. How it is possible? Because he was also a Goswami. He attracted by the holy name, and he has the taste. He got the taste, because of that he was able to chant 192 rounds every day. And 20 out of 21 hours out of 24 hours, he was attracted by the holy names he was chanting. And for us, it is not possible. We are not able to chant even our prescribed 16 rounds. We are unable to concentrate. Even one round also, we are unable to concentrate fully. So that is the reason there are so many books written by Krishna, by Prabhupada. There are so many stories are there. Bhagavad Gita, Srimad Bhagavatam. So that instead of attracted by the mundane stories, get into this spiritual pastimes of the Krishna, so that our mind will be always in the spiritual pastimes of Krishna, so that it will easy to take your mind, bring back to the spiritual consciousness. So engage your mind in that's why read, hear more, so that we can attracted by the holy name, and our mind will be always in the Krishna consciousness. And Krishna saying in the 6.27, what I'm just reading the meaning. The yogi whose mind is fixed on me verily attained the highest perfection of transcendental happiness. He is beyond the mode of passion. He realized his qualitative identity with the Supreme, and thus he is freed from all reactions to past deeds. So the yogis whose mind is fixed on me, that person can attain the highest perfection of transcendental happiness. So here Krishna himself is saying that who has the mind who is fixed on the transcendental, who fixed on him, Krishna, then that person only can feel the transcendental happiness. So he is beyond the mode of passion. So he is beyond the mode of passion. He realizes, so beyond the mode of passion, what is that? He may be in the mode of goodness. So we need to be at least, if you want to get into the control of our mind, we should be at least in the mode of goodness. Then only we can bring, remembering the Lord, by remembering the Lord, we can bring out of the three modes, we can take ourselves out of these three modes of nature. At least we need the mode of goodness, then only we can go to the Sutta Sattva stage, beyond these three modes of nature. And then 6.47. So what Krishna is saying that yoginam abhi sarvesam mattanendir andaratmanaham Shraddhavan bhajate yomam same yukta tamamataha. And of all the yogis, the one with great faith who always abide in me, thinking of me within himself and render transcendental loving service unto me, he is the most intimately united with me in yoga and he is the highest of all. That is my opinion. So Krishna is saying that you always, Arjuna is asking what is his opinion about. So Krishna is giving the answer. He is giving his opinion. He is not forcing Arjuna to always abide on me, always think of me, render service unto me. He is not always forcing on Krishna. He is saying that this is my opinion. So Krishna giving his opinion in the humble manner. So that is the way Krishna. So by focus our mind on Krishna's service and Krishna's pastime, means reading, hearing, chanting the holy name of the Lord, doing the kirtan, engage our mind in the all those in this kind of activities. Easily we can tame our mind to the higher taste. So this is the today's sloka. It is talking the Sukadeva Goswami is talking about the mind. So the mind need to be progressively spiritualized. Our senses need to be added, means transferred from the lower mode to higher mode, lower consciousness to higher consciousness, so that our mind will be fully engaged in the Krishna consciousness. That way, we will be enjoy the transcendental qualities of Krishna. That we enjoying the bliss. That can be then that way we can enjoy the bliss. Hare Krishna. Thank you, everyone. Indra Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai.